Hello everyone, this is Fernando with Zen's Tea House, and we're talking today about junk food. Food addiction, to be specific. A lot of people have found themselves addicted to health, wealth, and relationships. And those are the three things that were marketed just across the board. And during this whole COVID epidemic, we saw more people go to find themselves in addiction, and it's been terrible. We're live stream on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. So just want to let you know, if you have any questions, you don't have to comment below, but you totally can. If you feel comfortable, you can always email us at info@zenstea.com. If you have any specific emails for me, you can email fernando@zenstea.com. All right. First little advertisement. I'm going to put this in the link below. I want to share with you that we are doing a free tea giveaway. It's a mystery tea. It's caffeine or no caffeine. And this is in celebration of our newest cafe. A lot of people have a struggle with this 2020 year. Zen's Tea House has survived. I'm so grateful. It has not been easy. And so we're giving away free tea in celebration. All right, just go to zenstea.com or you could click the link below. We have that available. Got the first comment below. Rosa, thank you so much for the love. You always give me that. You always really, really appreciate that. Okay, so junk food. It's not pretty, and it didn't develop overnight. Here in the United States, we have genetically modified our food. Right, Melanie? We have a video with you. We're going to be talking with Melanie in just a second. She's going to be asking some questions about food and addiction, and specifically how you overcome food addiction. It almost always starts with greasy foods. All right? So in the US, we have genetically modified our food. And the reason why is not simply to make the food taste better, because it really doesn't taste any better. It's to make the food last longer. A lot of people don't know that when you buy organic, the lifespan depreciates significantly. And we live in a society where we want everything easy and ready to go. How do we do that? We make sure that it doesn't expire overnight. So we alter the genetic makeup, genetically modify, so that it doesn't mold. If you've ever seen a McDonald's hamburger, it doesn't. You can leave it out. Junk food, Twinkies, that type of food, you can leave it out in the sun. Animals won't go next to it, or they won't eat it. If they do, typically they don't. There's always exceptions like cockroaches and other things. But the reason why they don't eat it is because the food has been processed so much that in order for them to consume it, they wouldn't be able, if the animals were able to eat this genetically modified food, their body wouldn't be able to essentially digest that food and poop it out, urinate. Well, we here in the US eat junk food all the time. And it's affecting our weight. Over 1/3 of Americans are obese. That's not overweight. That means obese, where your BMI, your body mass index, is at a level to where you are actually looking at serious health conditions. You have diabetes, you have heart failure, and if you are trying to fight COVID, if you're obese, the chances of you recovering depreciates, it goes down simply because of overweight. And why is that? More often than not, it's not genetics, it's actually the food that we eat. So I think we got the context. Now that we have that, I want to share with you how you can avoid falling into the traps of junk food. So before we go any further, I want to introduce Melanie. Melanie, you can hear her. Give it a shout out. Can you hear
Hi
Melanie?
there.
All right, might have to get a little bit closer for this laptop.
Hi there.
All right. There you go. So Melanie, you struggle with food addiction.
Oh yeah, I love to eat.
You love to eat food. By the way, YouTube, Facebook, let us know if you can hear it, because unless you give the hearts or thumbs up, we won't be able to know. Right now we're live streaming on Instagram. That's where she's at. How did it get started? Again, did you start, when did food addiction become reality? When did you realize that you were addicted to food?
I realized I had a problem. I just told you this.
You did. I asked.
I just told you this. I overate in high school at this place in Whittier, California, Burrito Track, and it's greasy food. So I overate. My eyes are bigger than my stomach, but I didn't stop when I was full, and I felt sick to my stomach. So to relieve that sickness, I threw it up.
Greasy food. You overate.
Made me feel horrible. Threw it up, and it's just like,
Made you feel horrible. And then you threw up. Why did you throw up?
To relieve the sickness. It was like poison to my body. Get out, please.
Did you force yourself to throw up?
Yeah, I totally forced myself to throw up.
Wow. How many times have you done this?
I did it a few times after eating burrito track. It was horrible.
And you kept going back to burrito track.
It was convenient. Location.
So convenience. How many people have? There, you got my carrot right there. Can you grab that carrot over there? It's over there, and next to the hand sanitizer.
What?
See that? By the way, Instagram, we're going to take your questions right now. This is at Zen's Tea Instagram. Organic. Almost always eat organic. By the way, this is actually not from this. This carrot isn't from this organic food company. It is from the Torrance Farmers Market. Want to share with you, there are many things we can replace junk food with. Number one is carrots, broccoli, apples. Carrots have a pretty long lifespan. I know you're probably thinking, I don't want to get rid of my chips and dips and greasy burritos and eat on a carrot. That makes me feel like a rabbit. But if you're seriously looking at food addiction, the biggest way to avoid falling into that trap are your habits. The habits that you develop that lead to food addiction is the simple just grabbing. It's within arm's reach. It's convenient. When you start feeling guilty about eating that food, what's the next step? Do you lean into it? Do you regret it? Or you can't do that with food, right, Melanie? Like you have to eat food. I know some of our Zen's Tea customers on YouTube, they have said that they have used Zen's Tea House. They use tea, they just use tea to help with their food addiction. Now that doesn't cure your food addiction, but what it does do is it helps put water into your stomach so you're not able to eat as much. Does that make sense? Any questions right there, Melanie, on food addiction? So if you find yourself falling into the traps of junk food, number one, recognize that it's not going to be easy. You have to make a conscious decision to eat healthier. Easiest way is carrots. Carrots have quite a bit of sugar, so you still get that sugar. And if it's raw, it's got more vitamins and nutrients. You may not like it, and it may not be that sexy, but it will work. Melanie, what were the steps that you used to break the greasy food cycle?
Well, with age, my stomach is more sensitive, and so I don't want to feel that way.
You just got sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Yes, exactly. But sometimes I'll have a little bit. Not as much. Don't overindulge.
Don't overindulge. So there are 12 steps groups. If you do find yourself struggling with food addiction, I wanted to share with you that that's a very serious thing. Food is, don't look at it. Some people say, I don't have an addiction. I just have a very unhealthy relationship with food. And I want to let you know you're not alone. More people are struggling with addiction now, at least in America, than years prior. And sometimes it's drugs and alcohol. I like to say relationships because we never really think about being addicted to relationships. It's called codependence. But our dependence on other things like food, like drugs, like alcohol, that leads to addiction. So look into the 12 steps. If you have any questions, you can go in and to our website under the resources page, and you can go under mental health. We actually do talk about addiction there, and again, I think the reason why we're doing these Facebook Lives is because our whole platform is to help people, helping people through the power of tea. We hope you find it useful, and if no, and that you can share it with others. I'm not really talking about green tea, black tea, or white teas. I do have some nice, delicious teas there. We're going to take some questions on the Instagram, but I want to share with you Zen's Tea House. Our mission is helping people through the power of tea. We hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you like these videos, and we're going to be producing more content. All right. If you want more information, you can look at our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Zen's Tea House. There's one more thing I was going to say. I forgot. Oh yeah, the free tea giveaways, mystery teas. Now for a limited time, go in, click the link below, and take advantage of your free teas. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh wait, you're not supposed to go. We're taking Instagram Live. Keep going.